Hey, Michael. So I do have a question for you. There's a lot of talk right now that so many people are pivoting to the field of instructional design, both tech people that were laid off that are pivoting to educational technology, and K through 12 teachers that decided they wanted to try something different. And they were told, like, hey, give instructional design a try. So, my question for you is, with all these new people that are interested in this field, learning and design, educational technology, instructional design, whatever terminology you want to use, what would be your guidance to give to somebody who's looking to pivot in this direction and wants to rise above the heap of all the other applicants?
Yeah, I'm noticing that too, especially with teachers. A lot of people are moving over to designing for other teachers. And I would say, from what I've been trying to self-learn and see the field, I would say data analytics can set you apart at this moment in time, because I think to think like a designer and also think like an analyst is a really valuable thing to be able to do. You know, designers are always thinking about what the best experience would be for learners, and analysts are trying to collect data to get insights into whether or not that is actually the case, and was it the best learning experience, and if not, why. And to be able to do both, I think, would be phenomenal. And the great part about it is you don't have to embark on a whole new university degree. You could really do it. There's a lot of ways into data analytics, especially if you're already in the world of instructional design. So there's, I think, one of the easier ways to get in, to get above most others is, and this is just one way in. There's a lot. I would say one, become get better at Excel, using Excel, be comfortable in Excel. Two, learn some basic statistics and how to apply it into Excel. In other words, learn how to perform statistical calculations in Excel. And three, learn how to make basic dashboards in Excel. So what I'm thinking about here is, if you're an instructional designer and you could build a course, and then you could build a dashboard that collects data to give people insight into how effective the course is, you're now a step above most people. And I think it's an easy way to get in. There's a lot of tutorials and books and courses, inexpensive, that could get you a foothold. Because if you could bring that dashboard in as an instructional designer, I think it would really set you off, or set you in a higher realm. What do you think?
Yeah, really great point. And it really speaks to the whole issue of instructional design is iterative anyways. So you always want to be dipsticking, if you will. That's kind of an old school term, but you always want to kind of like double check and find out, is something working as well as I thought? If not, what can we do to switch it in a better direction? So you always want to be ready to think on your feet and pivot to some other path if the first path isn't working for you. At the end of the day, we always need to be thinking about the learner experience.
Absolutely. And, you know, we could almost also say designer, analyst, and maybe evaluator. If you could learn a bit more about evaluation and bake it into what you're building, instead of waiting till when it's over to then evaluate its effectiveness, if you're good at setting that up early, and this is how we're going to evaluate, and then with room to iterate as you go, now you're way ahead of everyone else. So design, analysis, and evaluation, if you could be those three things, I think you would be a trendsetter. Or you'd be above a lot, and you'd have a lot of people wanting your services, I think.
Awesome.